On February 7th, India-based superforts slashed at the Rama 6th railway bridge at Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is the main supply center for Jap operations in Burma, and this span is the only rail link between the Burma theater and the South China Sea. Thousand-pound bombs wrecked the center section of the 1,400-foot steel and concrete bridge. During this attack, other B-29s were striking Saigon and French Indochina. 4 days later, on the 11th, the superfort struck at Rangoon, South Burma port on the Bay of Bengal. The target was Supply Dump F, a 1,200 by 1,500-yard area on the north outskirts of the city, where fuel and ammunition was stored for distribution to frontline enemy troops. The supply dumps in the Rangoon area are believed to contain about 50% of all Jap ammunition stores in Burma. And of these supply dumps, F is reported to be the most important. Munitions stored here must be shipped in over slow water routes from the Malayan Peninsula, as the destruction of the Rama 6th bridge has shut off rail traffic between Bangkok and Rangoon. Now, B-29s thin out enemy supplies still further with fragmentation and incendiary bombs. On February 19th, the 20th Bomber Command struck against Kuala Lumpur, vital Jap rail center on the Malay Peninsula. Here, 56 superforts in a medium-altitude attack blasted the Central Railroad repair shops with 200 tons of 1,000-pound general-purpose bombs. Kuala Lumpur is on the principal rail line from Singapore to Bangkok, and the repair shops are the maintenance center for the entire Malayan railway system. In addition, the shops manufacture car bodies and assemble locomotives. Destruction of this target would seriously hamper the Japs' ability to move troops and supplies between Singapore and points in Thailand and Indochina. The results of the bombing were excellent. Strike photos disclosed heavy damage to the central railway shops, machine shops, and the powerhouse. Miscellaneous buildings and more than 60 freight cars were destroyed. All of our planes returned to base. On March 5th, 18 B-24s of the 13th Air Force took off from Morotai to strike against the Licanan Airdrome on Jap-held Mindanao. This attack, which came 5 days before the invasion of Mindanao, found the Jap making little effort to defend the field. Flak was light and inaccurate. Jap fighters were spotted, but did not close in to attack. Each bomber dropped 30 100-pound fragmentation bombs on revetments, dispersed planes, and enemy installations. All the bombers returned to base with no casualties. Two days later, Mindanao's capital city of Zamboanga was hit. 32 B-24s blasted Jap warehouses and supply dumps in the city. Zamboanga was largely destroyed at the time of the Jap invasion in 1942. Operated by the enemy as a major supply and defense base, Zamboanga is surrounded by airfield sites, which in our hands would constitute an important threat to Japan's shipping lanes and petroleum centers in the Borneo area. Direct hits by 256 1,000-pound bombs wrecked the warehouse area. helped soften the Jap for the invasion which was soon to come. On February 4th, Morotai-based liberators of the 13th launched twin strikes against two main air bases guarding enemy oil installations at nearby Balikpapan. Here at Sepingan, the bombing was extremely accurate. Each plane dropped 18 260-pound fragmentation bombs. These attacks came as continued Allied victories in the Philippines promised to bring Jap-held Borneo within easy bombing range, removing the necessity for long-distance strikes from Morotai. No enemy interception was encountered. Flak was moderate but inaccurate, and all our bombers returned safely. The next day, Mangar Strip was again under assault as 21 B-24s returned. These raids left the airstrips at Mangar and Sepingan badly battered. Jap installations and a number of grounded planes were destroyed, and the two bases were rendered temporarily inoperative. On Saipan, B-29s were made ready as the 21st Bomber Command prepared to wipe out a whole industrial area of Japan. Trucks delivered thousands of firebombs in aimable clusters. Ground crews gathered the bombs, brought them to the planes, inserted fuses. Shackles were added to mount them in the bomb bays. In the dark early hours of March 17th, 300 Superforts struck Kobe, fifth largest city in Japan. The 5-square-mile target area included a Mitsubishi aircraft plant, the Kawasaki locomotive works, and much shipbuilding in the dockside area. Flak was meager to intense. This is the glare of a searchlight. The results of this heavy raid: 9 square miles of Kobe reported completely aflame. Another 3 square miles badly hit. Two days later, the Saipan-based Superfort set fire to Nagoya, Japan's #2 industrial center. 250 B-29s scattered incendiary clusters over Nagoya from an altitude of 5,000 to 6,000 feet. Nagoya produces 40% of all Jap combat aircraft and is an important center for machine tools, motor vehicles, and oil refining. Thick smoke rose higher than the bomb run altitude, but strong winds blew it off to one side, gave late-coming bombers a perfect view of the fire-illuminated target. Flak was intense. No air opposition was encountered, although an earlier raid on Nagoya had been opposed by 30 enemy fighters. All our planes returned safely.